Right, welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It is 600 points, Imperial Fists, Primaris Space Marines versus Orks. Alright, so welcome to the 600 point game as Imperial Fists versus Orks here. So at a learning curve here for the new Ork codex as we adapt to the rules and start to come up with a new list, potentially add some new units to my Ork collection. So running 600 points here just to match the current size of the Primaris Imperial Fists. It's a chance to see them in action as well. But for 600 points you can get a fair bit for Orks here, plenty of units and lots of options for them. So running from the new codex here, it's a patrol detachment and going to run them as Goths. So 6+ will pop extra hits in close combat, so that'll suit the Ork boys, the Meganobs very nicely indeed. And it will be +1 strength on the charge as well, which again will suit the boys nicely. HQ choice is going to run the Weird Boy here, so it's Innards, the Weird Boy. He will take command. Warlord trait is Ardor's Now, it's going to try and help keep him alive, so it's -1 to the wound roll against him. Psychic power is to jump, so the idea is to help out some Ork units to move around the table. And then the relic being taken is Scorched Git Bones, so +1 to Witchfire psychic powers, and then if he does perils it's 4+ feel no pain for mortal wounds coming through for perils. Then 2 troops choice has been taken, just the way the points have worked out. 2 units of 11 Ork boys here, Nob in each squad with a big chopper. Each unit taking dedicated transport of a truck, and with the spare points given each a wrecking ball. It's not that great an upgrade, but just spending the last few points on that. And then as elites here, 3 Meganobs, all equipped with the power claws, and then given them combi or custom rockets here for each of these, combi rockets for each of those, able to kick out a bit of heavy firepower from those, could prove to be a real menace for the Marines. And then finally heavy support is a mech gun with a custom mega cannon for that with the Grot crew. Then specialist mobs, the option I've gone for across here is on the Meganobs, so it's big crumpers, just gives them +1 to the hit roll in close combat. It's very useful ability for sure. So that's the Ork list. I'll call out the patrons here at gold level, so they get names shouted out at the start of all of our games, and then also patronic dice to use at some point during the battle to help us out during the game. So that's Andrew Swan, Chris Heim, Frank Perfecki, Jordan Russell, Justin Burton, Longbow BB, Luke Schwengel, Marcus Anthony, Maxfield Knuckles, Michael Fryer, William Schwarz, Nicholas Lucas, Patrick Nilsson, Paul Cook, Peter Almo, Ray Cross, Tyler Summers, and then a new supporter here, the artist formerly known as Veej, and then Dylan Moore, and then Samuel Penanuri. So that's the gold level supporters. I'll call out the silver level at the end of the game, and you can check out their end credits for all those supporting, including those supporting at bronze. So if you want to become a supporter on the Patreon page, then do click the link in the video description below. That's the Orks. We'll take a look now at the Primaris Imperial Fists. So yeah, they're outnumbered quite seriously here, but again, learning curve here for the Imperial Fists. So structure is a patrol detachment, 2 troops, and then 2 HQ choices being taken. So first of all is a captain here, mastercrafted heavy bolt rifle. I've made him into chapter master. That lets me then take the second captain in the list. So 40 points for chapter master. A core unit within 6 inches can reroll the hit rolls. And then Master of the Codex Warlord trait being taken, 4+ to regain a command point, and the relic is the Burning Blade, just to help him out a bit more in close combat as well. Then a regular Primaris captain, here extra Warlord trait being taken for him, which is the Imperium Swords, an extra attack, and as +1 strength as well on the charge, or if he heroically intervenes. Then for troops, a full squad of 10 intercessors here, the auto bolt rifles. Obviously they can be split down into combat squads for this game, if Tom needs the flexibility of those. And then a unit of 5 heavy intercessors taking the heavy bolter option on one of the models. Tom Covey will take command here, a regular Space Marine and Primaris player. He will guide the Space Marines in this fight against the new Codex Orks. So Primary Space Marines, this is the start of an army here. The push is for 2,000 points, obviously 600 points at this stage. There is another batch of about, I think, over 500 points worth coming. They're on the painting desk at the moment with Siege Studios, but the models that you see here, they've all been painted up by Siege Studios, and hopefully during the game you'll see some close-up views of the models to let you know the levels here, because some people have been asking about the different levels. The infantry squads are at bronze, so your standard level, that's what you can expect from Siege Studios, and the two characters here I believe have been painted up at silver levels, a bit of extra effort being taken with them. But check out Siege Studios, link for them is in the video description below for your own painting commission work here. But exciting stuff, looking forward to the expansion of this exclusively Primaris Space Marine army. Alright, so we have a scenario here for this 600 point game. So incursion mission here, it's numbered 31. It's Rise of the Machine Spirit, it's called. Deployment zone looks something like this. For this battle, the boundaries running along here, just marked by these barricades, and then playing with the deployment zones, so the map will look something like this. So there's a deployment zone here, marked by the orange dice, and then the Imperial Fists deployment zone across the other side. They're marked by the yellow dice. There's 4 primary objectives in this game, so one pretty much in each quarter of the table. So one here, home objective for the Orks, one across the other side in No Man's Land, one inside the Imperial Fist deployment zone, and another one here in No Man's Land just tucked behind the pipes just there. So then for primary objectives, it's the control of one or more objective marker is worth 5 points at the start of the command phase. 2 or more is worth another 5 points. And if you control more than the opponent, it's worth another 5 points on top of that. There is the secondary objective, which is inload data SAM here as well, which may be chosen, we'll see, but each of us will pick 3 secondary objectives here for this mission. Alright, so secondaries have been chosen here for both sides. Tom's gone for raise the banners, grind them down, so that's destroying more units each turn, and then engage in all fronts, the controller table quarters. Orks have gone for engage in all fronts as well, gone for assassination, going to try and take out those two captains if we can, and then we've gone for retrieve Octarius data as well, so that's performing actions in table quarters at Orks with plenty of units to try and do that. So that secondary is chosen for both sides. We'll go on to deployment next, start alternating placing units on the board. Right, so just to mention the battle mat and terrain that we're using in this game. So the battle mat's from gamemat.eu. Lots of mats available from them now, so good variety. And then we combine that with some gamemat.eu terrain as well. So these buildings here from their industrial terrain set, those barrels across there from them also, and this larger piece of terrain here, that's one of the unique pieces available from gamemat.eu as well, so you can check them out for your supplies of battle mats and pre-painted terrain. Then there's the channel sponsor here as well, it's Artiscapade. They've produced a 15-piece set of fine detail brushes, the Pro Series. That is available to all customers in the UK and across Europe as well, but it is a very comprehensive set of brushes, 15 brushes, variety of sizes you can use for painting your miniatures and terrain as well. There is a review video on the channel already, you can check that out and give you a close-up view of the brushes as well. But check them out, links in the video description below, and also in the comments section. That'll take you to the Artiscapade brush set with the current offer, which is 30% off at the price as well. Alright, so deployment is complete. Orks clustering around the Weird Boy here. So Weird Boy just tucked in here. Next to him is the gun. Unit of Ork Boys here at the back. They may well have some secondary work to do here to gather in points for objectives. And then inside the 2 transports here, the truck at the front has the 10 or 11 Ork Boys inside, and the Mega Knobs inside the truck just behind them. So that's deployment done for the Orks. And then we'll go around the other side of the board and see Tom's deployment with his Imperial Fists. So Fists here at the back, heavy intercessors on top. I believe they still count as holding the objective, just measuring vertically down, but all 5 have taken up position just up there. It'll also benefit from the captain and chapter master positioned in the middle. Tom has split the intercessors into 2 squads of 5, needs the flexibility here in this game. So 1 squad on the left, 1 squad on the right. So that's deployment done for both sides. So deployment's done. The issue with smaller size games like this one at 600 points, every decision made with each unit is important here. You've got to use your units as wisely and as carefully as possible, and it can literally be a bad decision that's made by one unit. It can affect the entire game. So, questions for the Orks: do they charge straight ahead and blunder in, or do they play more tactically? Same for the Fists. They push out and try and take on the Orks, or hold back. We'll see. We'll go on to the first turn of the game, which is a roll-off here, to see who goes first. I would say, yeah, Tom wouldn't mind going first, but we'll roll up. It's a 1. It looks like the Fists will go first. They will. Tom's rolled a 3. So the Space Marines will go first here. Heavy intercessors. You can see them over there in the distance. They can reach there with their 42-inch range. So they've got the battlefield covered with heavy firepower. We'll go on to the first turn of the game. It will be the Space Marines that go first. Alright, so moving for the Imperial Fists. This squad's moved round. I'm just being cautious here, just aware that the Orks can disembark, move and then charge. He's put them in a position that means I'm out of range. I'll not be able to charge them next turn, but you can see he's ready to move out onto this objective if the opportunity arises. Chapter Master's moved upstairs with the heavy intercessors. And then downstairs, this squad of intercessors moving out in this direction, being followed by the regular captains. So movement done.
Chapter Master's blessed these guys.
Rerolling hits.
Rerolling, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And raised a banner on this one as well with the ones up front. And then I think I can spend CP to perform an action and shoot, so I'll probably do that.
Fine, okay. Yeah, Tom's situation now is on 6 CP available. We're going to the shooting phase next. Chance to let loose some firepower from the heavy intercessors. So exciting times with the Imperial Fists Primaris army. I reckon it's a good fun project. Very much looking forward to seeing pure Primaris Imperial Fists painted up here by Siege Studios. Now, some of the elements that you're seeing, a couple of HQs and some of the troop units. As we expand, there's some faster units on the way. But for now, sort of these core units that Tom has available. But the heavy intercessors, not that common really in 40k, I don't see them too often.
It's because I think they are released now, aren't they? But they weren't released for a while.
Yeah.
But they're great looking models. They're fantastic.
They're beautiful models and a solid choice for holding on to objectives. But some long range firepower, as we've said already, they have this whole board covered with the range of their heavy weapons. So I think Tom's choice here is to try and take out this gun. It can bring down Marines and heavy intercessors quick enough. So
yeah, anything with a
the Grots have got to go.
BS4 and an Ork army is not good.
Yeah, so I think that's the target if Tom's able to bring it down. It is ramshackle though, so the damage 2 weapons at that strength will come through at damage 1. Yes, Tom's running the Executor bolt rifles.
Yeah.
And then the Executor heavy bolter. And so all their firepower is going to go into the gun?
Yeah.
Okay. Now the heavy bolter's interesting. It's damage 3, so it would go to damage 2.
Yeah, so this is the thing, only 1 damage coming through from this, but we'll give it a go. So hitting on 3s. And we're re-rolling. Oh, that's extra hits.
It is.
There we go.
Oh, they do suit Imperial Fists really well. That's 3 extra hits coming through. Okay. Nice. Very, very nice indeed. Strength 5, toughness 5, so
4s.
4s.
So 3.
Yeah, 3 make it through.
And these are at -2.
So I can't do anything, I'll just take 3 wounds straight away.
Okay, and then we'll go for the Executioner. I can't even speak. Executor. Heavy Bolter. 2 shots. 6 will be nice. No, I'm going to reroll the 2.
Oh, it teetered on a 6. Okay, 2 hits come through though. Force to wound.
No.
No.
So you're taking 3 wounds.
Yeah, it's half dead.
Need a 4. I'm not going to reroll.
Yes. Difficult call that one. Okay, so firepower done. Half destroying the gun. Okay, so there's maybe more firepower to come with the intercessors.
If you don't mind, I am going to reroll it actually.
Okay, fine.
So I was thinking I could possibly use the rapid fire stratagem to fire again, but it's only normal intercessors.
Right.
So I will try and get it through on.
Fine. Patreon, too late. Okay.
Because 2 damage, I need to try and stop that thing.
I heard them, Tom. The patrons cried out.
They screamed.
Pick me, Tom, pick me. Okay, the chapter master's going to have a pot shot. Same target.
Hits.
Okay.
Does not wound.
No wound.
Alright. So I need to have a quick check and see if there's a stratagem to do an action and shoot.
Yeah, Tom's going for the intercessors next. Now, these are the auto bolt rifles, so they're going to be 3 shots each, so you can chuck in a ton of firepower here. Captains with them to grant the reroll ones.
It cost me 2 CP to do that.
To do what?
I've had to, because they raised the banner,
Right, I see. Yeah.
I've had to use uncompromising fire.
Okay. It could be worth it if you take out the gun. Could be money well spent here.
Okay. I'm wondering if there's. I know it might be overkill, but I'm wondering whether there's anything else.
You have to choose wisely with your unit stratagems and where to shot allocations, because you're so limited on units for these size games. So
if I lose the heavy guys early on in this, then I'm going to be in a bit of a pickle.
It's definitely doable. 6s are good. There's a few.
So I'll reroll the 1s first.
Yeah.
From the cavity.
I can see a lot of hits here. There's a few more. There's another 6. I love that rule for the fists. The extra hits coming through. Just a celebration of the bolter. Loads of hits. It's good again.
That should do it, I think.
Oh, you're on Devastator Doctrine, by the way. Should have been AP -3 here with those heavy weapons. Not that it bypassed the armour anyway, but something worth remembering.
There you go, sir. Oh, you might not want to roll those though. 3, 6,
8.
7, 8.
I think I'm going to go.
I hope so.
5s. Nope, not even Scorpion rolling can withstand firepower of that.
Save you this time.
Okay. I don't know if we explode roll-ups, see if we do. No, we don't. I don't think it explodes. I could do, but they're gone. Little grots scatter. Tom won't waste the ammunition on them. All the firepower's been directed at the gun, and it has been destroyed, so good result. Target eliminated. Okay, so out of charge range, but not out of auto bolt rifle range here. The Imperial Fists may be outnumbered, but lots of DACA available for them. Again, 6s are good. I can see a few.
Not good. Miles out of
I have to say, Tom, right, we've cursed those Imperial Fist dice many a time, but when you use them for Imperial Fists,
they work well.
They work well.
5s.
They do. It's really good.
4.
Okay, we'll take saves of 4+, which we vow 3, dropping down to 7 wounds left on the front truck. I think the Orks will have to get a move on here. Tom's manoeuvring around both sides, catching the Orks in a crossfire. Yeah, Tom had an extra CP there for Master of the Codex, which is a 4+ to get an extra CP, which Tom did. He's going to spend 2 CP to fire again. Going to let loose another volley into this front Ork truck here to try and take off some more wounds. I predict he'll cause 2. Oh, and there's no help within range.
That was, you predict 2?
Yes.
2 wounds, you still predict 2?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you could be right, but that was 2 wounds for 2 CP is not worth it.
1 wound come through.
Ooh, dear.
Not worth it now. So dropping down to 6. So Orks truck's still in working order.
I didn't particularly want to kill it. It would be nice to get it really low because I want to make sure I've got options for later on for grind it down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to overkill.
Oh yes, yes, yeah.
I can't see you hopefully killing a unit this turn, but we'll find out.
A shot available from that captain.
What? Oh, he's got the stalker, hasn't he?
The final list for the... See, I've got 2 captains painted up here, but the final list for the Imperial Fists will probably feature just one of those. He'll be a chapter master, the other captain will sort of rotate them around, but there's 2 captains here, 1 chapter master, 1 captain for this particular game, but eventually, for the 2K list, just one of those will feature, sort of competing with each other at this stage to see who will take command. I'm going to try and pick off an Ork boy here, bit of a psychological attack, this one.
Hits.
Yeah, hits. Wounds. Is it heavy?
It is heavy, yeah.
So what's the minus?
This is coming through at -3 for 3 damage.
Okay, nothing I can do. We'll pick off... Oh. We'll pick off Grog here. He can go. Gone. Right, no morale here. Perhaps the other Orks wouldn't even notice the one that's been picked off. But that is the end of the turn. I would say impressive stuff from the Imperial Fists. They've kept themselves away from the Orks and laid down a blanket of firepower. Every single one of your models is shot.
Yep.
The entire army's let loose. An initial volley here. Met gun destroyed. A boy picked off. And also some damage coming through against the Ork truck. I think the Orks can't really hold back here. They've got to go for it. But we'll end the turn here. See if any points have been picked up by Tom. And move on to turn 1 for the Orks. Yes, no points picked up here for any of the secondaries. So we'll go on to turn 1. Orks have some decisions to make here. We'll go on to their first turn. Okay, so we're on turn 1 for the Orks. Going to go for it here. So going either side of this building. Ork boys inside this squad on the right hand side, pushing up and claiming the objective, but staying inside the vehicle. Meganobs inside here, again remaining inside the vehicle, and the weird boy has advanced up with them, going 9 inches. This squad of Ork boys has remained on the objective, stayed 6 inches away from the edge of any other table quarters, and has performed retrieve Octarius data. It's the first of 4, and that is it. So we'll go on to psychic phase next. We'll see what the weird boy can do. Okay, so the power that he has is to jump. I don't need it at the moment. We'll go for smite. He's on +1 to his witchfire powers. Here for his, I think it's burnt grot bones or something it's called.
Lovely.
Okay, it's an 8. Tom can't do much.
Can't do anything.
Okay, so I'm going to roll up damage here.
Grey Knight's with me today.
So we'll just go for Samuel Penanuri. We'll see if he is an Ork supporter or not. Oh no, it's a 1. Okay, so 1 mortal wound, which will be absorbed on one of the Primaris models. Like so. And then psychic phase comes to... No, it does not. Samuel can do better. I'm going to command reroll this.
You can't.
Yes,
It's mortal wound.
it is. I've been reminded.
But out of interest, I mean, you can roll it and see what it would have been.
Oh yes, okay. If I was allowed, if both of us had forgotten the rules, it would have caused 3 mortal wounds. Okay, so no, it's just the 1 mortal wound comes through. Psychic phase finished. We've gone to shooting phase next. Okay, so now these could cause a bit of trouble. It's an open top vehicle. Inside the Meganobs, they have the custom rockets. So it's D3 shots each. They're heavy now for rockets, so we are on -1 to the hit rolls. It's -1 to the hit rolls anyway for that terrain. So 3d3 shots. So it's going to be 6 shots. No more Daka. So 6s won't pop extra hits. But we are looking for 6s for hits here. Which we get 1. So bang on average. 3s for a wound. It wounds. So if you -2.
So...
Oh, Patreon.
Oh, sorry.
Doesn't need it. 5. It's gone through. Oh, not gone through. It's been blocked. So that would have been 3 damage. Would have taken out one of those whole models, but the rockets have failed to cause any damage. We'll go for some Dakar across here, and with the big shooter, try and pick off one of the wounds from the Marines. Yeah, it's at closer range, so we get 5 shots. Even 5s, get 1. And we cause a wound at strength 5. No minus. Straight 3 up save. No! Oh! Come on, reroll to keep the man alive.
I take it, was it onto these guys?
Yes. The Son of Dawn. Keep him alive, Tom.
No, he can die for Dawn, I think, because I've only got 2 CP left.
All right, okay. I'm trying to entice Tom into...
Okay. So, no. Dawn knows his name.
Yes.
And his name is Jeff.
Jeff. 5 power crossing, going to go the same again. 6s, or 5s and 6s. Another wound comes through. Another save of 3+.
I will call upon
Patronic help.
Chris
Heim. Chris Heim.
Sorry. He will save him. Yeah.
Does on a 6, well done. Okay, keeping the wound away. Boys inside a range 12. Tom can maybe check for me the tip of the vehicle to those models.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're going to offload with some sluggers. So that's actually going to be...
Do they actually fire slugs?
Could be, frozen ones. Okay, so it's going to be 11 shots. You can give 2 items to the knob. So I've given him a slugger and a big chopper. So it's the 10 boys plus the knob. I'll give 4 5s and 6s. I miss Dakar.
I don't. You used to be amazing.
So, well. So 2 wounds come through. No minuses in this here. Just these pistol shots.
1 through.
1 makes it through. Okay, every little helps. And that is it. 5 powers done. It's been pitiful compared to what the Imperial Fists have kicked out on their turn. Orks closing in. So pressure starting to build as we end the Ork turn. Points picked up, yes. Engage in all fronts here. 1 table quarter with this unit. 2 table quarters. And then this one's crossed over as well. So 3 table quarters, 2 points picked up for that secondary. So turn comes to an end. We'll go on to turn 2 now for the Imperial Fists. I think it'll be a case of letting loose with another volley here as they try and stop the Orks. But the dangerous units are inside the transports. Mega Knobs here. Nasty unit if they make it in. And then the boys across here. A ton of attacks. They have been improved here with the new codex. So we'll see if Tom can crack open these 2 transport vehicles. Turn 2 for the Fists next. Critical point in the game. Okay, so turn 2 movement is complete. This squad's moved across and has claimed this objective. That'll stop the Orks. Well, we'll see what happens, because if we're destroyed and disembark, we'll have more models, but then Tom might charge. So it's unknown what's going to happen here on this left-hand flank. Tom can't shrivel away here. He needs to continue to press ahead, otherwise the Orks will start to dominate a large section of the table. 5 points have been picked up for holding on to this primary at the start of the command phase, plus another point picked up for raise the banners. Tom did get 3 points from last turn for grind them down as well, so the points are flowing in. Chapter Master's put his ability onto those upstairs. The heavy intercessors will get their reroll hit rolls. Chapter Master's remained where he is. He's moved back to here, the captain, and then this squad of 4 now has moved around advanced and has moved around in this direction. So that's movement done for the Fists. They still have most of their models on the board. 2 CP for...
No, I spent the CP to re-roll their advance here.
That's right.
Because I was trying to get engaged with them, but I rolled a 2 twice and I needed a 5.
Okay. So movement's done. Back to firepower here. Tom's pretty much got everything he had from last turn poised and ready to shoot. We reckon if Tom can crack open this transport and delete the boys, it'll put the Orks in a real problem. But it's tough enough. We'll see if the Imperial Fists have the firepower to do it. Okay, bit surprised. Tom says he's not going over there. He wants to go after the Mega Knobs inside here. The reasoning being Tom controls that objective, because you've got an objective secured model, we just have the truck. So Tom, that'll stop us. If we disembark, we'll swamp the objective and then possibly claim it and pick up. That would be 15 points to us if we do that. Yes, Tom's got to try and keep us off the objective. It's literally 10 points that would be worth. if the Orks manage to claim the objectives. The reasoning is to try and take out this one and start picking on the Mega Knobs. If Tom can pick on them there, or maybe slow them down before they can push in too deep.
And I don't think I've got enough infantry to try and charge into this and wrap it. To try and stop you getting out. I'd have to have a little look. But
yeah, unlikely.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll let Tom choose where to shoot with.
-1 to hit because I advanced.
Yes. So there's going to be 4s for hits here with a squad of 4, putting their shots into this truck. We'll be on AP -1 now though for tactical doctrine in play.
Really go back in.
Yes, the 6 is causing extra hits.
Okay. I'll take that when you do it.
Imperial Fists! 5 6s and a 5. Oh, it's produced a cry from Tom as well. We're going to go it's AP -1 as well. 5s.
Wow. For Gork and Mork.
for the Ripper. Just the 2 come through, dropping down to 8 wounds. So these kind of games here, 500 points, 600 points, seeing sort of a pretty good spread in play. If you're just getting into 40k or starting a new faction, we would recommend aiming for 500 points. You can have a pretty good game, especially if you're collecting, you've got a friend that you're collecting an army with. You can both aim for 500 points, and the reward is that you can play a game at 500 points and then gradually build up your army from there. But 500 point games is fine, isn't it? There's some missions for smaller size games as well. Inside the 40k rulebook. So some people have been asking, you know, what's the best target to aim for starting out in 40k? We would say about a 500 point game would be your first stepping stone onto building an army. And I would say as well, purchase 500 points worth of stuff. Don't purchase a 2,000 point army and do it that way, because you play a few games, end up changing your mind and changing units around. So try and construct 500 points, build, paint, finish, play a game, and then move on from there. Right, so it's a difficult choice. Tom's been tempted to switch targets here, so heavy intercessors are going to try and crack this open. So we were saying if they had fired across there, they could have picked off the 2 wounds from that truck, which would now be on 4, and much more likely to destroy. But it's on 6 at the moment.
I need to try and kill a target.
Yeah.
And if you want that objective, then you'll have to stand close enough for me to charge. I may kill a couple on the charge, may force a leadership, although you've got plenty of...
Tough choice here, bit of a conundrum.
We'll give it a go.
Right, it's going to go for it. This is the Executor bolt rifles.
Yep, 3 re-rolling once. No, re-rolling everything, sorry, because of the Master. Oh, that was
dice, yeah.
pretty terrible. Yep, okay, alright. Okay.
Triple 1.
Yeah, alright, okay. 1 wound, toughness.
6.
Don't know.
Oh, I'll check. I think we're toughness 6. Yeah, the Executor heavy bolter here. 2 shots.
Double 6 would be lovely.
1 and 2.
And 1 and 2, okay, that's not a double 6. So we'll try again. Double 6 would be lovely. 1 and a 5. Alright, this is not going well. And that is, sorry, all behind the terrain. It's a 4.
It isn't a wound.
Isn't a wound. Okay, alright.
Annoying, yes, a bit sort of the wrong target here. Meant to be against infantry, heavy infantry here, but being forced to try and crack open these trucks here, which are doing their job. They're meant to screen and transport the units inside. So now you've got a couple of HQs that can shoot, but their firepower's probably not going to be enough to crack open the transport vehicle. Awkward situation here. Okay, it's going to be the intercessors here. Squad of 5, so 15 shots.
I don't mind those ones.
Are you in 6? Oh yes, yeah. He's kept him in 6, the captain, so which helps. Really does help.
3 extra, so 100%.
5s to wound.
Oh dear.
It looks like volume of firepower's better.
No.
Ooh,
3.
Just a 3. Here's AP -1 though. 5s. 2 5s.
Please stop rolling 5s.
Yeah, a bit of a contrast to turn 1. Struggling here. 3 wounds caused so far.
I'm going to shoot it again. I don't want to.
Feels compelled to here. Orks are getting too close for comfort.
Right up in my grill, so I can't really. Yeah, we'll go.
Looking good. There's loads of 6s.
5 extras.
amount of extra hits that have been generated this game so far is crazy. 5s, this could do it. Well, there's a few.
How many has it got left?
It's got 5 left.
Oh, right. 6.
6.
Oh dear. Oh, I got it.
You did. Well, this is quite important here. I might command reroll. There's an Orc player. Yes.
How many did you fail?
I failed 5 exactly.
Ooh.
So I'm going to go for the artist formerly known as Veej. He's an Orcs player. Orcs help Orcs. Yes, they do. Haha, we're alive with 1 wound left. Down to one of your captains to do something heroic. 2 captains available. One with the mastercrafted heavy, or the executor bolt rifle, and then one with a mastercrafted regular bolt rifle.
So 1 executor bolt rifle from...
Chris Heim, he's been used already as a Space Marine player. There's a Salamanders player here in the form of Justin Burton.
Oh, we'll go with Justin.
Justin says...
Yes.
6.
Oh,
that
so
pops an
An
extra.
extra one.
Okay, right.
Cheeky. And then 5, so... 1.
One comes through, nice. Oh no.
This is a heavy.
Yeah, you better check the AP minus, yeah.
Well, it's only got... Yeah, it's AP minus 2. And it's 1 damage. It'll be 1 damage to you because it's 2 normal.
Ramshackle, right, I need help again. There's not many Orc players here. Peter Almo, undeclared. He is 6. No. Yeah, right, okay. I think we're going to go, and then we don't explode, and then we'll roll up for the 11 models inside. 1s is...
what did you roll to save?
or a 3.
Yeah, so it's... Although it's a heavy bolt rifle, it's actually
Or mastercrafted.
not a heavy gun.
Oh, right, okay.
So it is minus 2 damage.
Okay. It's 2 models slain, so 9 will disembark. Okay, so Orcs have disembarked here. Tom could charge me. I've got to deploy semi-close here because I need to make sure I've got a decent chance of a charge here, so I can move 5 and then try and attempt to charge. So I can't deploy too far away, but there they are. 2 casualties taken, 9 have disembarked. So
1 single stalker bolt rifle shot from the captain
into the truck.
The truck here.
Okay.
So it is 1.
Okay, Patronic. Too late. It's a hit.
I am shooting through the terrain though, and I am behind the terrain, so it is not a hit.
Missed.
Okay.
Okay, so
Down to the
charges.
we'll try and charge.
Yeah, it's probably worth it.
Yeah, because it will reduce your strength against me.
Yes. Will hold us back.
I think it's a 10.
Patronic.
But I have faith in the Emperor.
If you really want it to go ahead, so you've got a chance to combine 2 Imperial players here. Paul Cook's Imperium, yeah, with no allegiance to anyone else, just pure Imperial. Then you've got Nicholas Lucas, his Imperial, Grey Knights, Imperial Knights and Admech, but not Custodes.
Okay, I'm going to roll them both together. I hope they don't mind.
It's okay. We've called them out here. It's a combined Imperial effort here, which is a...
No, it's not going to make it. One's fallen off. It's a 7.
7-inch charge. Will not go ahead. Okay, so charge will not take place. Orcs across there for morale should be fine. 5, 6, 7, they'll be okay on a 7. And the turn comes to an end here. Have to say, damage not that great, and 2 Orc opportunities here for charges, so Orcs could be in a good position here, but we'll see what happens as we go on to turn 2. We'll calculate points. We'll give you a total here for a score at this stage. Yep, so it's 9 points to 2 at this stage. So Imperial Fists are ahead, but Orcs have a turn in hand here. We'll go on to turn 2 for the Orcs next. They have an opportunity to get stuck into the yellow Space Marines here. Okay, so it's about to move here with the Orks on their second turn. This is a two-part game, so playing a 600-point game here on YouTube, and then we're going to add, we've got a fresh mission lined up for a second game, so a rematch between these two sides over on the Plus channel. So if you want to enjoy both games, then enjoy this one here, and then head over to strikingscorpion82plus.tv for the second instalment here. We'll make a move with the Orks now in their second turn. Alright, so movement's complete here. So what we've done is we've backed up with the truck. We've emptied the Mega Knobs. They've headed off in this direction. I reckon a 6-inch charge will put them in against the heavy intercessors. See that as the more important target. And then backing up, then picked up the boys that were here. They've got rodding duties to do, so we're going to try and pick them up and then use them on a later turn. Weird Boy has shifted across to claim this objective, and 5 points picked up for primaries for holding on to this one at the start of the turn. Then over on the flank, the boys have moved out 5 inches. So a possible charge with them. That's it. We'll go on to shooting phase next. Okay, so what we're going to do is the psychic phase actually. So we're going to smite into those if we can. So we'll go for needing a 5, yeah. So that becomes a 6. It goes off. D3 mortal wounds, which we'll go for. Well, that's meant to be there. That's still a more. We'll go for Patrick Nielsen. He's Xenos and Necrons. Damage. 2 mortal wounds coming through. So that's going to kill a model. Good one. Thanks, Patrick. Okay. So then psychic phase finished. We'll move on to shooting phase. So now I'm going to turn around with these and fire combi rockets into them. So it's going to be 3d3 shots.
Ouch.
So it's 5 shots. We need 6s though, because it's a heavy weapon and we moved. We get 1. It's going to be a 2 for a wound. Yes, and it's AP -2. So 5 plus, Patronic. Too late.
Oh, sorry.
Blocked, well done. The Imperial Fist dice. Yeah, we'll fire upstairs with this. It's going to be longer range, it's going to be 3 shots. Nothing, because it's -1 to the hit rolls. The other truck's dead, and the boys across there, I don't want to shoot with them because I don't want Tom to remove the lead model just to decrease our charge range. So we'll end the shooting phase there. Not that impressive from the Orks.
Just in case you do want to shoot, the wound is actually on him.
Oh, thanks, Tom.
So,
okay.
just in case.
We'll chuck in some sluggers then. We'll try and do a mercy killing here on the wounded Marine.
It's his fault for not wearing a helmet.
I've rolled too many dice. I'm going to roll that one again because I've taken casualties. I rolled 10 there. So I think we've got 9.
8 and the knob.
Yeah. Knob's got a slugger. Yeah, 2 hits.
Ooh,
a wound.
A frozen slug in the eye. Finish him. Oh, the frozen slug.
It does, okay.
Oh.
Another Marine picked off.
Oh dear.
Shooting phase finished. Charges next. We'll roll straight onto that. Mega Knob charge going upstairs. 6 inches required. No CP available for Overwatch. We'll do a combo. Luke Schwengel, Marcus Anthony. So Luke Schwengel says 3. Marcus Anthony 6. We're in. I'm liking the idea of Mega Knobs. We'll put them in here at the base there of the terrain. They've made it in against the heavy intercessors. Okay, that rolled a 10 there. That charge has gone ahead. Boys going in. We've now claimed that objective. The chance to chopper against Tom's Space Marines. This is where the Orks could be dangerous here. They've made it in to some multiple close combats here. On a game of this scale, it could be trouble. We'll pick a combat. Again, no CP for interrupt play, so you can fight at leisure here with the Orks. Alright, so we've been saving our CP. Tom said when we're going to...
This is an Orc showcase, luckily. This is an Orc showcase here.
Yes, no, a chance to 3 Mega Knobs, which will be just 9 attacks. But, having said that, paying 4 CP to use, to show you where it is here, we're playing this one, Hit Armada. So on +1 damage, that'll make us damage 3 of our power claws, which will take out the heavy intercessors. And then for Goths, we're playing Unbridled Carnage, 2 CP. That's Goth Core. Mega Knobs are core, so thanks Games Workshop for that. 5 pluses will pop the extra hits here. Select one That has no mucking about. Until the end of the phase, each model on that makes an attack. If it scores an additional hit. Yes, not extra attacks, it's extra hits. So 9 attacks.
These boys ain't mucking about.
They're not mucking about here. They're well trained. They're seasoned veterans, straight from Gut Ripper's throne room. Right. Okay.
Maybe not.
Oh, and the other thing is they're -1 to hit rolls and then +1 again for being something, boys. Big crumpers. Okay, so that 3 is actually a hit. Those 2 6s pop 2 extra hits. So we're looking at something like that. And then we're going to go for... Oh, we might be on 2s to wound it. Yeah, Power Claws. Strength 10, 2s to wound. I'm mightily tempted to command reroll hit, but we'll leave it. And they all made it through. So that's 7.
Good game, Luke, good game.
Oh, yeah, possibly. We'll delete a unit here. Tom needs 6s.
And I get none. I get 1.
Get 1, but it's... Now they're gone. The target's been eliminated here by the Meganobs. They've gone on the rampage and destroyed that unit in 1 assault.
Wow. Wow.
Well, look, Tom, look what's on his banner, the squad leader. Wow. Imperial Fist Firstborn helmet. They are veteran Imperial Fist killers. Okay, so boys fighting across here. I reckon that's the number of attacks that we get. So it's going to be... We'll go first, the big chopper. 3 attacks for the knob. 6s are good. Yeah, they've all hit with an extra hit coming through. So we reckon Goths on the charge. Strength 5 for the knob. +1 strength for on the charge for Goths. And then +2 strength for the big chopper. So 2s to wound. They've all wounded. AP -1 and damage 2.
I'm not happy about that.
He could wipe out the squad.
I'm not happy about that.
He almost does.
I'm not happy about that.
Fuck, he's brought down 3 Marines.
Oh dear.
God.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Dear, oh dear. 1 model left. And we're going to throw in some attacks.
Name for the battle report? Tabled in a turn.
Catchy, but looking for 6s.
Oh dear. Wow.
Well, boys.
It's gonna hurt.
God. They hit hard in combat. I think we can report that back with the Orks. There's some tweaks, some bonuses and stratagem combinations. Meganobs, I don't think have been so good. There's some ways to improve them now. The +1 to hit rolls is big. That really helps them out. +1 damage is big. Instead of D3 damage, which they used to be, it's now potentially 3.
Yeah.
It's deadly. Deadly. And the 5s to pop extra hits. There's some great combos here for the Orcs. Got a good vibe going on here. We're trying to wound. And even the humble... We're strength 5 now on the charge. So on 3s to wound, and even the humble chopper is AP -1. So it's going to be 10 saves at AP -1. Impossible for this lone marine to stand.
Oh, I know you said it. I'll do a 1 at a time. I'm not going to
Okay. Yeah, he's gone. Hacked and chopped to bits here. Orcs, merciless in close combat. Just the way they're meant to be. Yeah, so actually not picking much up in the way of points. 5 points to primaries. Engage was good though. At all 4 table quarters, so 3 points picked up for that. So 10 points. We've just nudged ahead of the Imperial Fists here, but I think the damage has been done. That's the crucial part. 2 characters left. They could cause trouble with their relic weapons against the Meganobs to take them down. So it's not quite over yet, but Tom's not going to say anything. We'll go on to... we'll end the turn. We'll go on to turn 3 now for the Imperial Fists as they doggedly fight on here, but they've been mortally wounded here by the Orcs. Okay, so I'm going to stay where I am across there. We're holding the objective, so happy enough. So end of turn, we'll calculate points here, but Orcs have gone on the rampage and caused horrific damage. Yeah, Tom could strike back here. Characters going after this one. 1 captain heading off in that direction. Captain with a burning blade going across here. That could cause big trouble for the Meganobs.
I'm going to switch to close combat doctrine as well.
Yes, just at the right time. Yeah, and then this squad of 3 to take on the weird boy who's on his own on the objective. We'll go on to he is weird. He's been having a conversation with the Space Marine on the on the throne, wondering why he's ignoring him. Okay, so we'll go on to shooting phase next.
So just 1 shot from the Stalker
Yep.
into the Orcs. It hits.
Every model slain counts. Doesn't wound. Okay.
And then this one will also fire. How many wounds are they each?
3.
Ouch.
Toughness 5.
We'll also fire into... What damage is the Burning Blade?
I think it's damage 2.
Yeah, it's not great.
You might just have to, the way the game's gone, you might just have to fight it out against the Mega Knobs and hope for the best.
Oh, I'll just see if I get my command, yeah.
Gain to CP at the start of the turn, yeah, Tom's just rolled it up, it's fine. So he's on 2 CP now.
Okay.
Glad to get CP back in a game like this.
Well, I'll give it a go. I'll just shoot into the
Mega Knobs, yeah.
knobs.
Oh, 2 hits.
Nothing.
No wound.
Okay.
Volley from them into the weird boy.
Yep, volley, no. Wanna... Oh, though you could interrupt. What's he like in close combat?
Not that great, he's got hardly any save, but he is hard as nails. Nice one to the wound.
Oh, yeah, so I might as well shoot him because I don't think I'm going to kill him if he's hard as nails.
He's taunting you. Shoot me. Yeah. Take the bullets on the chest. Popper with the 6s, yep.
Because I'm not even going to wound him because -1 to wound means I'll be on 6s with boulders.
I think he's toughness 5. We'll just check. He might be. Yeah, the hard as nails is incredible. It's -1 to the wound rolls. So it's 6s to wound him. So no damage coming through.
Right.
Charges.
Easy charges.
Yeah, triple charge to go ahead here.
Start here.
4.
Dear. I think 4 gets me in.
Go ahead.
Is it? Yeah, within.
Oh, well, yeah.
Within 5.
Yeah. So in they go. Bit hesitant. A bit taken back by the the weirdness of this lone orc.
Chaptermaster.
In he goes. Happy enough. And then the captain should be fine.
He will be probably butchered before I even get to...
Oh yes, we have interrupt play.
Yeah.
What can you do, Tom?
I can't do anything.
The Emperor protects.
For Dawn.
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to go in.
No, Dawn, I don't wanna. Okay, we'll try again. On a CP. For Dawn. Oh, it's a 7.
Okay. And he goes against them. Right, okay, so we've got ourselves a triple combat taking place here. Space Marine is more likely to... Oh, I don't know.
I'm going to start here.
Okay, going to start with the Mega Knobs. We'll check out the stats for the Burning Blade relic being taken. I would say Tom needs to bring down 2 of those Mega Knobs. That's to stand a fair chance, but that might be a bit tough going. Right, Tom vows to kill all 3 of the Mega Knobs here in revenge.
So, hitting on 2s. Re-rolling.
Everything because you put the blessing on yourself.
Okay,
No.
well, I cannot kill all 3.
Okay, so 1 will survive.
3s.
God.
So, 1 dead.
So why? Because AP -5
AP -5.
and 2 damage.
Yeah. It's not really worth... It's not worth it. It's not worth using the reroll there. Wow, that was...
The ideal situation would have been for one of those to make it through, and then reroll the other. Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, whether one's got 1 wound or 3 wounds doesn't make any difference with the 2 damage weapons. So I'll save the CP.
Right, okay.
So
just the one at the back. Yeah, you can go. It's been taken off.
The one at the back.
No, I mean
the one with the Imperial Fist helmet.
No. Keep him on.
But he offends me the most. I would have killed him.
That's why he stays.
I would have killed him because he offended me the most. Okay. That's my brother's head on his back. It's not good. Okay.
Interrupt.
Oh yeah.
But where to interrupt? The weird boy or the boys? Oh boy, a tough choice actually. I'll go with the boys. It'd be very handy to clear that captain out of the way. You've got the attacks to do it. So we don't get +1 strength, though we didn't charge. But still, the big chopper pops an extra hit. Hit, sorry, no, I don't. It's not an extra attack, so that just comes straight through. So now we're looking for 3s to win this time, because strength is 7, because we didn't charge. Okay, 2 have gone through. Hold it right there. Command reroll this one. We'll go for... Oh, Ray Cross. He's an Orks player, and he prefers to be Orks. Then surely he shall get the... Yes, he's rolled a 6 as well.
Oh, Ray. You have made me very cross.
Uh-oh. Oh, I see. I get it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Oh, Patronic. Use them. They're calling out to you, Tom. There's Imperial players here.
Okay, I don't think they're going to help
Is
him.
Andrew Swan undeclared? Frank Perfecki undeclared? Jordan Russell is Eldar. We're not so sure about
How
him.
many have I got to save?
3.
Right.
So Andrew Swan first
Andrew
of all. No. Frank Perfecki.
Yeah.
Yes. Longbow BB. He's a Blood Angels player, but also World Eaters. Okay.
Okay. That was -1 or -2?
-1.
Okay, good. Alright, and then...
So you've taken 2 damage so far.
40,000.
Do you want to command reroll that damage?
I do not know.
Okay.
But good attempt to try and make this my SCP.
2 wounds taken so far. I think Captain's got... Primaris has got 5 or 6. So...
Oh dear.
We're looking for just wheedling out the misses. And then we're going to add back in another 4. And then we're going to go for 4s to wound. Oh, they're revolting. 5, 10, 14. 14 saves at -1 here for the chopper. Yeah, gone. Captain removed. Orc boys once again hacking down all that stands before them. The captain's been brought down. Right, bit of pride here. A chance to try and bring down the weird boy, but toughness 5, strength 4, hard as nails.
3's wounding on 6s.
God.
Yeah.
They're quite subtle. I initially looked at the Orc Codex and the bonuses seem okay, but when you start to combo with them,
Yeah.
that's when they start
Like
to
I
get
said,
better.
I played a tournament of the weekend and I played a list with over 100 T5 Orc boys.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter, like, their save if there's like 100 of them. It's crazy.
Orcs are back with a bang now.
But orcs, like as described in the books, an orc should be toughness 5 because it could quite easily beat a space marine about a bit. Okay, so
Hits have come through. Combat knives drawn.
are you ready for this? Are you ready? 1.
So blade goes into his fire, just out of Lord of the Rings, and then the weird boy pulls the blade out, licks it, and throws it back at them.
Okay. But I don't have a sword like Aragorn to deflect it away.
No, I've got my weird staff made of bones. So we'll do our attacks back, which might even have the potential to bring them down. We'll see. Yeah, he could, 3 attacks. I'm going to go for these hits. So we've got William Schwarz, first attack. Oh, it's a 1.
Go on, William.
Maxfield Knuckles. Yes, that is exactly what we're after. Michael Fry, if he gets a 6. Okay, right, so 3 hits come through. So we'll go for 2s to wound, because he's strength 5 plus 3 for the staff, so 2s to wound. First one, yes, and yes, just about right. So this is minus -1. Four ups.
How many damage?
D3. Is Patronic help available? Eldar player. This is all that's left.
I'm going to have to go with the other player.
Jordan Russell.
No. 1.
Okay. This is Peter Almo. Blocked.
1.
Nice.
And last but not least,
Dylan Moore, Deathcore Krieg player. Says no. Wow, and Dark Angels as well. Okay, he's definitely going to block that one. A CP? No, it's not worth it, is it? Okay, D3 damage, which, they're all used up. Damage of... Killed a Marine.
Splat.
Okay. So start the fight phase from Bridal Carnage. So I've missed the opportunity across the pop extra hits and fires, so we'll leave it. It's going to be 6 attacks.
May Dawn protect me. Transhuman.
Oh, you've got the CP for it?
1 CP.
Ah, okay.
That's why I didn't want to spend it over there.
3s are good, 6s are great. 5 hits. No 6s though. 2s to wound. Yeah, strength 10, toughness 5. All wounded except 1.
That's 4s to wound because I did transhuman.
Oh, in which case, 1 wound.
In the name of the Emperor.
That was good timing, Tom. Not blocks though. Damage of 2. 2, yeah. Okay, 2 wounds taken. Captain survives. Okay, end of turn. Space Marines have attempted to drive the Orks back here, but one captain brought down, Chapter Master left. Damage taken on him, just 2 Marines down here. So 3 models left on the board for the Space Marines. We'll give you an update on the score here at this stage. Right, so it's not too much of a shift with the points. Imperial Fists struggling to pick up any. No primaries picked up on their turn. Banner was removed. Grind them down hasn't come through, and engage in all fronts not possible now. So Orks did pick up Assassination, who brought down the captain. So the score now is 13 points to 9 to the Orks. We'll go on to turn 3 for the Orks here, but it's a chance for them now to finish off the Space Marines. Okay, so Ork boys have moved across, still holding the objective, but heading across in this direction, just conscious of the fact that Tom with the Burning Blade can fight first against the Meganobs. Holding position here, 15 points picked up for primaries. Weird boys remain in close combat, and then the boys have disembarked. They'll perform a rod this turn, that's the second one, and the second action for that secondary being performed. We're going to Psychic Phase next. So, Psychic Phase, the Weird boys behind here. Smite. And what better way to finish? Super Smite. On an 11. So D6 damage. A 4 would be incredible. It's not a 4, it's a 5. They're gone. Well, that was weird. You run into a weird boy, can hardly touch him, and then he kicks out a smite to blow the Marines away. Well done, Innards. Good work from him. So then we'll go on to charges next. There's no shooting at all, so we'll go straight on to charges. See if the Ork boys can make it in. They're all up here, probably something like a 6 or probably a 7. We've got a 5, so that's not going to be enough, so we'll have to command reroll. Tom's got his head in his hands. It's a 6. We'll check the range.
He hasn't.
Oh, Miles in. Okay, send them in. Send in the boys. So the game is pretty much over. May as well burn our CP here, so we're going to activate the 5+ for extra hits. So this is the knob that's hacked down a good few Marines so far. He has scored 2 hits with an extra bonus hit. And do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to command reroll the one that missed, which hits as well. So we've got 4. 2's to wound. No, 3's to wound.
It doesn't make any difference, though, does it?
All of them. There could be trouble here.
There could be trouble.
Yeah, there is, yeah. 6 damage. God, knob. God, dear me, 6 wounds from him. Game over. Orks have won. They've cleared the table and done it quite effectively here, especially in combat. Poor in shooting, but limited units on display here, but close combat. God, they have struck hard here against the Space Marines. We'll give you a final score. Orks have victory. Okay, got a score, a bit ridiculous here. What we've done is we've calculated what the Orks would have gone on to score for turns 4 and 5. So maxing out on primaries here quite comfortably with the turns that remain. Engaging all fronts, we would have shifted across and claimed across there. So further 2 points and 3 points picked up for that. Assassination. We saw the Chapter Master slain, get an extra point for killing the Warlords, 7 points in total for that. And then retrieve Octarius data with the unit shifting across to there for turn 5. The unit in that corner for turn 4 would have got all 4 table quarters, so maxing out a 12 for that. So final score 74 points to 9, a crushing victory here for the Orks against the Imperial Fists. But as we've learned in these double games that we've played, the second battle could go in completely the opposite direction, but Imperial Fists now have managed to gauge their enemy here. Orks are ferocious in close combat. Tom's turn 1 firepower was good, but that needs to be kept up from one turn to the next here to try and keep the Orks at bay. Can he do it on the second game? We'll have to see. That'll be over on the Plus channel, so you can head over to there to check out the second encounter as Innards, the weird boy, leads his Ork mob once again. Gurrippers sent him out for training. Gurrippers currently on holiday, staying at Cousin Zog's apartment by the beach. But here, Innards, the weird boy, takes command and leads the Orks well. So battle concluded. Silver level patrons, Darren Gardner, Denny Wright, Peter Goodall, Joshua Caudle and Zachary Lee. Big thanks to them for their support at silver level. Keep a look out for more battle reports on the channel and for the expansion of the Orks and the Imperial Fists in future games. Thanks for watching and tune in next time.
bye.